And we are live on this chilly Tuesday morning, December 20th, in the year of our Lord 2022, here in shivering downtown Crestline in the San Bernardino Mountains of Southern California's Inland Empire. Lots of stuff happening today. There was a big earthquake in Northern California, pretty close to the Oregon border, either a 6.1 or a 6.4. Hi, Jason. And so it's nowhere near me. I'm closer to Los Angeles and San Diego than to Oregon. However, it reminded me of earthquakes that I have felt. Apparently, there was a big one in Ridgecrest in 2019 in July. I don't remember feeling it. It was way up by China Lake, though, and that is a dormant volcano that might not be so dormant after all. Um, in other words, it's this huge caldera. It's humongous, and it could erupt. I've felt earthquakes that were, near Castaic and near, what is that town? Out north of 29 Palms. I'm blank on the name. Anyway, they were within 100 miles of here and they were big, and yeah, I felt them. But, I'm a California native, and I went through the Alaska earthquake of, I think it was 1964. It was so big we did feel it way down in Los Angeles. I was in Culver City, and we felt aftershocks for months. Hi, Jim. Let's see. Put this down and type. I still need to fix the lighting in this house. I can't see half of my keyboard. Um, I remember the Northridge earthquake, and I can't get the names straight, but there was one, I think it was 1990, maybe 89, somewhere in there. It was 100 miles away from here, but it hit, well, from Riverside, where I was at the time. And it hit so hard that I wanted to get down on the floor. I was sitting on the couch, and the whole house was shaking like crazy. I could not get off the couch to get down on the floor. It kept knocking me back. But the house was pretty much undamaged. I imagine if I had a tile roof, that would have cracked like crazy, but it was, I think they call it composite. It looks like tar paper with some sand glued to it. Anyway, yeah, I've been in earthquakes. In one of them, I was in a very old house in Orange, in the heart of Orange County, California. And that house had been built, I think, around 1905 or 10, somewhere in there. And it moved like this, but it didn't even crack the plaster. Hi, Oswald. I actually seem to have an internet connection today. There, here we go. Um, wow. So let's see, there's this lawsuit in Arizona over the recent November choosing. It's going forward with 2 out of the 4 of the plaintiff's claims. The defense had the nerve to compare voter suppression to the lynching of Black people over the past more than 100 years. You don't have to kill people to suppress their vote. Asking for a document with their picture on it is suppression, but turning them away because their vote, their little piece of paper won't scan because they're out of ink. Good. Yeah, that's not. Yeah. Right, you bet. Oh, and President Biden says the pandemic is over, but I still have to wear a mask when I see my doctor. And the doctor has to wear a mask too. And everyone who works there has to wear a mask. And they're required by law. Every time I go there, have you had your jab? They have to ask. Oh, well. But, we've had terrible epidemics of the flu. I remember 1968 to 9, it's like December and January. People across the country were dying from this flu. They kept changing its name, but I think they've kind of settled on swine flu. They think it came from pig farms. I don't know. It was killing people. I caught it. I had a runny nose. And I was taking care of the sick people. It was horrible. But I was okay. And I'm okay in this big California earthquake that you'll be hearing about because it was something like 2,000 miles away or something. No, let's see, 800. About 800 miles away and offshore in the ocean. But people in Eureka and, oh, come on, I know the name of that town. It's a town near near Eureka, way up there near Oregon. They had problems. They say 2 people were injured, no deaths, but houses were damaged and power is out, and roads and bridges are out because of cracking and buckling. So they've got a mess. But fortunately, it hasn't been a killer earthquake. And it's something like 200 miles north of San Francisco. It's bad, but it could have been worse if it hit off San Francisco or Los Angeles. Not many skyscrapers in Fillmore. I think it's Fillmore. Why can't I remember? Let's see. It's not Fillmore. It starts with F-E. Let's see. Come on, Google. Earthquake. Near Ferndale. Ferndale. Anyway, Eureka was named, of course, because somebody found gold there during the gold rush of 1849 and a few years following. What else is going on in the world? Well, the Weather Service is nuts. They keep predicting snow, and then when it doesn't happen, then they change their forecast. But it's cold, and the snow from a couple weeks ago is not melting. Usually, Crestline gets a melt and freeze cycle where all the stop it phone, where all the snow melts and then turns into ice, and pretty soon you have ice boulders everywhere, especially on the side of the road where the snowplow makes a berm to get the snow off the road. This time of year, I'm glad that I don't have a car because I don't have to dig it out. All I need is a path to walk from my front door out to the gate. Okay, Oswald wants to know, do I buy the claim that all weather in the modern world is totally controlled by humans? I believe in the Farmer's Almanac. The past 40 or 50 years we've had. And to say that California is always in a drought. It's a desert. Redwoods, they have too much water. Building rushed out to the ocean.